Today we are going to just find out how low the Solo-werks coilovers will go, because I have been asked a number of times at this point and I've never actually tried to figure that out. But now that I got my flushness up, I kind of want to see how close I can get it. So yeah, we're going to find that out today and answer that question. But I'm sitting about 25.75 inches floor to fender right now, about 13.25 hub to fender, which is not that low. All right, here we are at the passenger rear, and you can see I'm going to be limited pretty good by that unless I want to take that perch out. I think I've only got maybe a half an inch more I can drop right on this side. And there she is, smashed down together. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure after you twist everything to turn this spring back in there to where the tip of it seats up against the little nub on that rubber mount in there, because otherwise it doesn't sit flush all the way and it can make more noises. We are at the passenger front now. I have a similar amount of space to work with, I guess, because this one will probably back all the way down to here. Maybe I have a touch more than a half an inch. And that's about all I got to work with. So I don't think this is gonna get as low as I might have been hoping. That's where we're stopping that one. And now I got to, oh no, that's pretty close. Reposition the spring so the tip of it is lined up with that tab. Yeah, you can see how much I have on the driver rear. It's quite a bit more than the passenger side. I'm gonna drop it only about 1/4 of an inch on this side, because that's what will probably even it to the other side. I've seen pictures of other people's cars with Solo-werks that looked slammed. I don't know if they've taken out the collars or the whatever that thing is called, but yeah, I'm not doing that yet. We'll just go with that. Maybe one more full turn. I hate these things. I really do. These are annoying. Okay, now here's another thing to note as well. All this rub on my axle here. I should really paint that. I'm pretty sure that I already painted it though, and that it's all rubbed off again in the same exact spot. So I don't know if, like, just when I hit bumps too hard, it's hitting it, or what exactly has happened. I mean, these ones look like from turning, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna paint them again. So paint the whole thing, put a little black paint on it, and then have to check it again in a couple weeks. All right, that will do. Not really any exposed metal there now. And now you can tell there's like virtually no preload on the spring when it's this low. I can move it back and forth in there a little bit. I don't know if that's ideal or not, but whatever, I want low. I gotta line this thing up again. I always forget. Where is it? There it is. And then guys, you see this one. You see how much freaking space is left on that one. And I don't quite understand it. I noticed when I got the car that even on this factory suspension, the whole driver's side was like close to an inch higher than the other side. So I don't know if that's just a weight distribution. I don't know if something's bent in this car. I don't know. All right, so this is the final result. It doesn't slam. I mean, it's pretty low, but it's not as low as a lot of ones I've seen online who have Solo-werks. So I don't know what the deal with that is. I mean, it's low enough, I guess. Actually, I'm realizing I could add a little more space to these front ones. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I don't really need it lower, but I thought that it would go a little bit lower than this. We're at just under 13 inches hub to fender now, and about a little, like just over 25 inches floor to fender. And I don't think I'm getting any more out of these coilovers. Frankly, I don't think I would want to. I bottom out pretty easy in the front, but you hit a pothole, I mean, you get a pretty loud bang. I don't know if it's the sway bar impacting the frame or if it's actually just the strut bottoming out. I'm not sure. My noises got a little bit better lowering it all the way, strangely enough. Actually, you know what, the fronts basically have no preload on the springs anymore, or barely any preload, because they're so low. And yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad. I would say that my ride quality actually increased a bit from whenever I had these an inch higher. Seems like the damping's a little bit better on them when they're lower. I don't know if that's right or if I'm crazy. So definitely not slammed, but it looks pretty good. Okay, and just to rehash here, we've got 18 by 8 ET45 wheels with 15 mil spacers in the back and 12 mil in the front. And I'm actually thinking that I might be able to do 15 in the front as well, because those are recessed a little bit more than the rear ones are. And also worth noting, in order to get all this without any rub, I did have to remove the screw and the tab that are right here and trim my fender liner a little bit right up in here on all four corners. And that did totally get rid of my rub. I don't have any rub at this height. Let's just go with a quick rehash review. I think I can cover the Solo-werks S1 Coilovers pretty quick. They are cheap, and it's going to be hit and miss on whether or not you're happy with them on your car. Some people are happy, many people are not. I have accepted them. I'm not upset by them, have the finances to eventually replace them, so you know, whatever. This was a learning process for me, and you know what, now I know. I won't buy coilovers that cheap again. I seriously think it's like a 50-50 gamble. That's my impression from watching videos and hours and hours and hours of reading on forums, is that some people get lucky and they have no noises and their spring rates are right and everything's okay-ish, even if the ride quality isn't, you know, amazing. The other half of the people seem to have an experience more like mine, which is never being able to fix front end pops and clunks, even taking it to a shop and them going, nope, there's nothing wrong with your car, no stretched bolts or anything like that, no, you know, end links are good, all that, they're installed correctly, but your spring rates are wrong and the springs are clanging together and supposedly, and I don't know, that guy could be wrong, who knows, but fact remains that happens to a ton of people with these coilovers, it seems like. And a positive note for Solo-werks is their customer service is pretty good, but I don't think that matters personally, because I mean, I ordered a set of coilovers and I really wanted them to be right the first time, and instead I had to get replacement springs for the rear and replacement springs for the front, because initially when I got them, the rear would not lower. The rear was still high because the wrong spring rates were sent. They sent me the right ones for the rear, and so I lowered that. Asked them about noises in the front, and they said the spring rates were wrong in the front, so they sent me another spring set, which did not change anything at all. So, you know, good customer service, they'll send you parts, but it seems to me like they'll send parts because they know it's hit and miss whether or not it's going to work out well. I don't know, man. I'm buying Bilstein next time. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not upset at this price point, whatever. Oh yeah, my official stance on those coilovers is only buy them if, you know, you're broke and you really can't afford anything else, or if you really don't care about the ride quality or noises and you really just want to go low and you simply can't afford anything better, then fine, do it. And just be aware, it is what it is. So yeah, I will definitely be getting some Bilsteins next year for this car. But in the meantime, I'm still enjoying it. It looks great. I really like how it looks. And it doesn't drive horribly. Most of the roads in Round Rock are pretty good, so it's not bothering me for the most part. There's a couple of places I don't like to go. There's one spot I bottom out every day on the way to work. That's kind of annoying. And yeah, I think that about sums it up, guys.